a trick shot. We just got to fix twice, it's still no good. Hey!
There you are. You're bringing the spirit there.
In the smoke room? Have you used in the smoke room?
Combo drink. Oh, it's going to get another drink. They don't want one, that's fine.
Get 2 JDs at the Coke.
Well, you should. That's
You're
wrong.
young, you're young. Oh, you killed me. In the rack. No, well, I took in the old rack. I don't want it. I'm drinking on a miss.
30 seconds.
Right in, mate. Come on.
Where are they? Probably getting wrecked somewhere.
Shot.
Come on, Jimmy. Come on, buddy.
Seconds.
Right in.
Yeah.
Come on, Rangerville.
Seconds.
Yeah.
Football in flight.
Oh, lovely.
Stop it.
Good, good ball. You've got it.
Yeah. Well, he's played that well. Oh, that's a bit far. No, he overhit that one a bit. I think he's just going to pot this in and see him come below the pack and put that hard red up the top. Oh, we got a result. I don't even think that red closest to the yellow there goes up the top corner either. He does.
30 seconds.
He has to play this well.
Yeah, Jimmy, come on, mate.
Oh, he's missed
Hello,
that.
ball in play.
Oh. I can't see a problem here for Mick at all. Oh, he's got on his hard one straight away. Get that out of the way. That's why he's dual world champion, I suppose. Makes it easy for himself. Yes. This is still early days, but Mickey is looking really good. Yeah, I watched him win the 2004 against Darren Appleton, and that was the same situation. Either player hardly missed the shot.
Best part is I ain't got no commentary team to tell me to give me the nod. Go, you're off. Mate, you're off.
Mate, you haven't got the microphone level.
One of these ones. Turn it on, mate. Turn it on.
Third frame. James frame.
Okay, if you didn't actually hear me that last frame, this is Jamie. I apologise. I think I've been microphone set off the entire frame. So anyway, any commentary was Adam Andreski with me. So if you didn't hear any of my comments last frame, you probably didn't miss out on much. But yeah, apologies for that. Anyway, scores 2-0 to McKill. Jimmy, big break as usual.
Break. Potted 6 balls last break.
Chipper.
It's always a big part of his game.
Yeah, he has had his opportunities so far, but he's just fallen out of position a couple of times with the white, and then forced to play a very big shot, and it hasn't come off. And Mick's just basically he's just played clean-up duties right now. He's just been at the hospital as the janitor, just playing clean-ups.
He hasn't done much work at all, Mick, but when he has to do well.
Yellow ball in play.
So as I said earlier, which no one would have heard, what I was saying was top players will try and eliminate their bad balls as soon as possible. That way they make the frame easier. And that's exactly what Jimmy's done here. He's decided to get on these bad balls straight away, try and eliminate it and win the frame. He's played with absolute confidence.
Played that exceptionally well, that shot.
He's probably come a bit further than what he would have liked. It's, you know he wants to be on this ball that's sort of to the centre of the table of the white.
Well, he really wants to get rid of those 2 balls up the top end of the table.
Yeah, and he really wants to be low on the ball up the top here in case he just... Maybe he can clip this enough to avoid the can on the red, or just flick it a little bit like that. But once again, he's not optimal. White ball just letting Jimmy down a touch at the moment.
Falling a bit short there, I think.
But I think he's still okay. He can probably play this long ball down. If he gets reasonably straight on the ball that's below the black, he'll be able to run through for the other yellow in the middle. Possibly play a little cannon off the right-hand side, the left-hand side of the red that's to the right of the yellow, and it'll just straighten the white up towards the yellow down the bottom. But of course, he doesn't listen to a word I say because I've got no idea what I'm talking about. That's why I'm up here.
He's played that well. I think he's played that for the centre.
Couldn't have played that better. And now it's, as Nathan Neems would say, it's shell and peas. Not shelling peas, shell and peas. What an idiot you are, Nathan Neems. Seriously, get a job.
Oh, I think he's going to run through and try and hit that other yellow to get on the one near the black.
I think you're right. Doesn't want to put this on a side cushion. I'm surprised. He must be fairly straight. I thought.
I think it's an awkward shot.
If he wasn't straight, he'd be able to stun. But yeah, it looks like he's fairly straight. Well.
No, it shows how much we show, Jeremy.
I've got to be honest with you. I'm surprised he's played it that way. If he had to stun a little bit, you know, he'd be really straight on this bottom yellow, and it'd be just a lot easier. So that surprised me a little bit, that shot.
Still a little awkward for him.
So he's basically got to dodge the red, come off two cushions, and get as straight as he possibly can on that yellow to the middle. There it is. Oh, he's missed the pot. It's just the wheels have fallen off.
Yeah, he just doesn't look that comfortable at the moment, James.
Well, who does play a world champion, mate? Let's be serious.
Yes, that's right. And I don't see much trouble again for Mick here at all.
Yes.
Doesn't do much work again.
We may have to get Nathan Eames up here so we can start pulling out the shells and the peas.
Yeah, why wouldn't you, as he says?
He's a drunken imbecile this week, and that bloke. Did he even qualify today?
Well, he qualified, he was out first round.
First round, not surprising. Guy's got the hands as big as the Hulk, and he's like 18 years old.
It's like shaking a bunch of bananas, mate.
Well, Mick's not landed exactly where he wanted there. He wanted to be a little bit more angle, I'm sure, but I'm sure he'll deal with it. He's actually loading this up. Going to come off 2 rails. Great shot.
He has. He's on it straight.
That's sickening. You know, actually, when I watched him play, it actually just made me want to give up 8 ball because I just realised I was never going to be that good no matter what I did. play 24 hours a day and never be this good. It's sickening, isn't it? Makes me just want to get down there and just headbutt him.
Yeah, the problem you and I got, we go to jobs during the day, mate.
Well, if you're good enough to make a living off it, then all power to you.
Oh, I hate to quote Nathan names again, but it's just shell and peas.
It is shell and peas. Stun off the side rail. And look at that.
You reckon the black's going in the middle?
No, I don't think he'll do anything stupid. I think he'll just come off bottom rail a little bit, just give himself a shot in the middle. There you go. Well, unless Jimmy does something here, this could be a whitewash because he's looked the goods a couple of frames, but he's let it slide. So here we go. Bert Klubel announced Mick the break.
3-0 up.
Score is 3-0. Mick, fairly big break actually. I've actually felt these balls have broken this well on these tables this weekend. As I say that, he just obliterates the pack.
I found them not to be racking that well this weekend, Jamie. They weren't sitting together as well as you'd hope, but these are the things you have to deal with when playing in these comps.
Quite the opposite of the, I know you went there, and with the Big Guns tournament, those tables just, they were fairly generous. The pockets absolutely exploded the packs when you broke them. So I can't see an issue here for Mick. He's going to just get a cannon first ball like this. That's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it's only hard ball.
He's actually, look at him, he's upset. He actually, obviously there was a 5-cent coin slightly to the left of where he wanted the white, and he's not happy. Bend in and eat your heart out.
Well, the only hard ball I can see that he's going to have is the one that he was just looking at in the middle there, but near the black.
Well, I don't even know if it's that hard, is it? Just a little surprised he's not taking it now. It must actually be on a little easier than we realise. So he's obviously going to come off 2 rails here and get underside the red. Play it in the left corner opposite to the one we're looking at him potting this now. There it is, 2 rails, perfect. God, I'm so good at this game watching, mate. Seriously, I can call all the shots. I wish I could play them. I'd be a genius.
No, I've never missed from up here.
Oh,
I
it's
did
impossible.
myself once, but I got out of it.
And potted the ball, of course, yeah.
Potted out. But that's the worst I've done from back here. It always seems a lot easier looking watching.
Yeah, I have to feel there are 2 ways you can go here. You pop the ball in the middle and obviously you just bring the white at a foot and then you play a cut. That's the way he's going. Yeah, it wasn't as difficult as maybe we thought, that shot.
This would be just a nice natural play through and
He'll be,
on the side rail.
he'll be landing as straight as he possibly can on this last red. As you can see, that's pretty straight. To be honest, I think he would actually like to be a touch straighter, but he'd still be fine. You know he's just going to glance out. There it is. And, well, 4-0. This is looking disastrous for Big Ears.
Oh, I can't see James conceding, that's for sure.
No, he's got the class to make the comeback, no doubt about that. But he just can't afford any more mistakes. The worst part is Mick's still got a couple more breaks up his sleeve because of the deficit.
Hey, if he's from England, he doesn't qualify for best novice, does he?
Any danger, Bert? 30 seconds on the rack. Anyway, score is 4-0 as Jimmy checks the rack. Happy with it. Now, we've just been told that Mick Hill is actually going to win the novice prize because he is from England, doesn't have an Australian ranking, therefore he's a novice. So congratulations on picking up another $2,000, you thief. I'm only kidding. He actually doesn't get that. He'll be happy with, I'm sure, a win here, and he's definitely in the box seat to do it. And Jimmy's actually, you know what?
Try again, mate. No.
It's just not happening for him, is it? And these balls are fairly inviting. There's one sort of small yellow and red on towards the right-hand side rail. And depending on his angle, he might go into it, or he might just stun this and then play it off the ball that's near the right corner.
I think so. I think he'll take care of that next shot.
30 seconds.
No, he's doing... Oh, look at this. The guy's human.
Table.
Maybe when I yelled out the pull-up comment earlier, he actually thought, you know what, I will.
Well, James wouldn't find himself in this situation very often, 4-0 down.
No, and I'll tell you what, he may have missed the ball, but look, it's not the most exciting shot you want to have to take 4-0 down first up to have a very open table, is it?
No, I see him cutting that yellow below the black.
I think honestly, I think if he's going to continue to back himself, he's going to play the ball down the rail. And that's what he's going to do. He will not give up on backing himself, and that's why he's in the final. I rate him for that. But he's missed it. But then, you know what? That's just, if he was 4-0 up, he would have already popped that and probably cleared half the table by now.
Yeah.
That's just what scoreboard pressure does.
Yeah, it's a whole different type of pressure out there.
I actually thought for a quick second Mick might take reds, but no, he's decided yellows.
Yellow in play.
Do you actually notice how often he just misses the object ball he's sliding past? Like, he just misses it, and it looks absolutely perfect every time. It's annoying as hell. And I know he does it deliberately. Like, he knows exactly what he's doing. But I honestly, even if he does go on to win this tournament, okay, and to be honest, I hope Jimmy comes back. I'd love to see it. I think anybody that's upset with him playing in this tournament needs a head check, because having this kind of type of talent just gives you something to aim for.
Yes. Yeah, no, I mean, but, he's not untouchable. I've watched him throughout the weekend, and he's human just like the rest of us.
For sure, but he is playing at a level that is as consistent as you'll ever see, and that's what everyone wants to aspire to. So I think it's great for our Aussie pool that he's over here. And speaking of, the Aussie team's going over to England soon. I'll tell you what, I'm putting my money on him. I really am.
They've got a good team this year. I spoke to Mick Hill 3 weeks ago, and he was tempted to say Australia was favourite, even over England.
Yeah, he did mention to me that they were third favourite, only purely because of the conditions. We're not used to the English tables and that sort of stuff. But he thought Wales and England were, just above. But the talent we're sending over this year, ridiculously good. I tell you what, if there's a betting market, I'll have some money on the Aussies. I really will, and that's not a bias thing. That's just how I feel about the teams going over this year. Look at this shot. Once again, just misses the red. See what I'm saying? He just misses the object ball that he's sliding past. It's just ridiculous.
Just happens to land on his second last ball nice and straight, perfect to run through.
And you know that he wanted to do that. He wanted to land fairly straight so he could glide past the reds. And he just, a little slim cannon. This is Jimmy's problem right now. He's not getting the ball off his own break, and Mick's got to have a break himself. And if he gets the ball, and this is probably, the way he's playing, this is a chance that it could happen again. I don't think he's going to have no problems, though. It's like he's just done it for the crowd.
Mick goes 5-0 up.
5 frames to 0.
Here we go. So Mick, well, essentially breaking off for the match. He's been breaking pretty well, and he hasn't really missed too many balls. Ooh, Bert Kluber. He looks at Bert Kluber and says, "What's going on there, Bert, you dodgy rack?" That's what he said. I was just going to say it looks like a foul break. And he's called it. Mick, this is amazing. Jimmy's gone over to talk to him. I don't think Jimmy was paying that much attention to it. And he's having a word saying, "Mate, I'm not sure, but you know what? I'm 5-0 down. Give me 2 shots. Give me a break. I need to win a frame." And you can hear the support starting to build up for Jimmy Della as he plays the 2. The worst possible result is he smashes these and goes in off the middle and does a bend in and spastic shot.
Looks like you got a kick on the break there.
We can only hope he doesn't.
Jimmy Dallas straight to the rack to have a look though. He's not mucking around. He knows the check. He's all happy. And here we go, the big wind up to the right hand side of the face. Oh, they didn't break super either. You are right though. They are breaking horrible, aren't they?
They're just not racking that well this weekend.
And Jimmy, no, he's filthy because he hasn't got a ball, number one. Number two, they've just fallen terrible.
Neither ball are easy here.
That's what I'm saying. It's not ABC by any means. It's just, there's a little cluster in the bottom left-hand corner. There's a little cluster near the black. Heaps of stuff to do. He's about to deal one. Actually, you know what? He may deal with both of them in one shot. So red off the side rail, off the yellow, stun into the pack, into the little cluster below the black. There it is. He's missed a pot though.
Played that a bit quick.
I'll tell you what though, he's made an absolute mess of the yellows. I'm going to go on record and say if Mick actually pots out this shot, I'll give him an extra 200 of my own money. I am, but seriously, this.
Do some crazy things.
Yeah, but look at this. This is ridiculously a ridiculous number of balls covered and clustered and all sorts of stuff. And his opening shot's not easy. I think his 200 is pretty safe.
He's going to safety. I reckon he want to land up behind that yellow.
There you go. See, not even game enough to take me on.
He's played that well.
I wonder if he had heard me if he actually said something. I think Jimmy really with no choice but just try and double kiss the red and try and leave it sort of hard up. I don't think he can do much else from my camera angle.
Trying to avoid lean off or
No, I think double kiss it, just like that. Nice shot.
Oh, he's played that well. Hasn't killed the red completely. Well, Mick finally, first time in the match, has actually got some work to do in this game, but 5-0 up.
Yeah, I think we'll see a few exchanges of shots in this frame. There's nothing easy. Neither opening pot easy here.
30 seconds.
I'll tell you what, look at this. Well, that's basically called a cat amongst the pigeons, that shot. Just put some stuff in the way, and Jimmy, he says to Jimmy, "You have a crack now, old mate."
And left him dead on that top rail. No matter what he does, he always puts the white where he wants it.
And Jimmy's actually looked at this table. He's found a shot. I think he's going to play a cannon. No, he must be able to hit the inside of this ball. I'm not sure what he's doing here. Angle's not real flash through his shot. He's just kind of giving it a bit of a heave-ho.
That yellow out.
But I'll tell you what, that might have just looked like a nothing smash type shot, but he's actually played that pretty educated. He knew the left-hand side of the table was pretty tied up with yellows. He just thought, you know what, I'm going to open up these reds because what else? I don't want to engage myself in tippy-tappy stuff. I need to keep this game flowing. I need to try and get myself going. Not a bad shot in my opinion. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you right now, that is the difference right there. It's got nothing to do with the shot, it's all to do with where the white is.
Yeah.
Opens up his balls, and you know what, that's...
The only ball he left him on was the only one that's stopping his yellows.
Yeah, and you know what, if the white ball is like a centimetre away from that yellow, he's got a different shot available. And
well, James seems to be looking at the one up the rail.
Well, it's the only shot he can play.
Doesn't look like it was on.
Not a bad effort. Stuck's line, Jaws.
That's not actually a bad ball. I always enjoy having a ball up in that top corner.
Black can always come into play later on if the balls get ridiculously clustered.
Comes in handy even if it's just a positional ball.
I know you learnt that off Alec too, mate.
Yeah, I've learnt that off a lot of people.
Now, do you think Mick will actually play the plant down the rail?
I do.
It's kind of a shot to nothing.
He was looking at getting rid of that one in the middle, but he seems to just set one up.
Yeah, I think if this goes in, I reckon he'll go game.
Well, he's played that really well.
I actually think he's going to go game now. That's what I'm making the call right now.
Well, it all depends if that yellow in the middle will go past that red and the corner he just shot into. If it does.
This ball definitely goes. It's the... I'm just...
One near the red.
I think if he could... Yeah, it definitely goes. I think if he could actually have gotten rid of the ball near the bottom left-hand corner, first he would have loved to have got on it because he could have just got straight in the shallow, then left. There would have been an opening to the other pocket. Now he's going to have to play a little cannon, just a little sort of quarter ball cannon just to free it past the red, leaves himself another ball. Yep. Just like that. He just plays them so well.
Very, very smooth player, Mick.
Shits me.
Yes. And he's a nice guy.
He
That's
is.
another irritating thing about him.
And you can't not like him, can you?
He plays really well. He's a pom, but he's such a nice guy.
I hear you talking about me. It's alright.
No, Joe Winross, we're not talking about you.
I think he'll come underneath this yellow.
Thank you. Not again.
Well, I'll tell you what, Adam, I think I did, I'm pretty sure I said, I reckon he'll go out if he knocked that plant down the rail. It's looking more and more certain every shot. And as I said earlier, this is sort of the difference. Like, every shot that he plays, the out looks more possible. Whereas early on in the match, Timmy, every time he was playing the out looked harder and harder, and the pressure built and built, and he had to play a bigger and bigger shot.
Whereas Mick makes it look just easier and easier every shot he gets to.
He's just being a bit more controlled about things, but
Well, he doesn't have the right angle on this one. I think he's going to stun it for a long shot up the corner.
might layer up, and come off side rail. Oh, I'll tell you what, he's played for the middle.
He's played huge side spin on that. But still a little low. He
See,
needs to go off a couple of rails.
he's got a clap, but he's not super happy with the shot. So now we're going to see a shot of one side rail, back rail, other side rail, and he's going to put black in the bottom left-hand corner as we're looking at the screen, as in the bottom of the table. Here it goes, 1, 2, 3, and not bad at all.
Poetry in motion.
This for the final, this for the match. And it goes.
Mick Hill wins 6-0. As good as performance as you can imagine from him.
Yep. Nice round of applause. Thanks very much once again, guys, for watching Cue Ball TV. I hope you enjoyed that final, and we'll see you again next tournament.
See ya.
Everybody can get refreshments and